What's up, everyone? I'm doing a Mental Monday. It is a day early. I realize it's Sunday. So I was at the Rudis Summit yesterday. I got a nice new sweatshirt. What do you think about the sweatshirt? I like it. We got stuck. My daughter and I got stuck in the airport. The flight was canceled. I moved back like 5 hours. I already returned my rental car. You guys get the deal, right? So there's Alex is watching some weird cartoons or something like that. I'm sitting here reading my book, and it's called Range. So it's fantastic. It's by a guy named David Epstein, who also wrote The Sports Gene. And what it is about early specialization, which is something I always talk about, especially in the sport of wrestling. And I talk about, from, in my opinion, obviously, with the balanced look. I think it's okay for older kids, 12, 13, 14-year-olds, to start specializing. I definitely do not think, even in our club, we don't even allow year-round practice below the age of 10, let alone tournaments or anything else. And so this book is talking a lot about early specialization, not just in sports, but in other stuff, in academics, in careers, in music, athletics, all kinds of stuff. And so anyways, I'm not sure that I'm going to have a direct connection to the sport of wrestling with the passage I'm going to read you guys. But I found this passage to be so fascinating that I have to share it with you guys, because I think the knowledge you're going to gain from it is so important. And I don't know if you can apply it directly to wrestling, but I'm sure you can apply it to something in your lives. So the book, again, is called Range. It's called Why Generalists Triumph in a Specialized World by David Epstein. So the passage says, okay, so I need to give you the feedback on it. So what happened was they wanted to study how successful teachers were at the Air Force Academy, specifically in calculus classes. And so what they did was they went in and they tested all of the students after they met with their professors. After they did the class with professors, they tested them, saw what the test scores were. They also had the kids give ratings to their teachers. So, unsurprisingly, there was a group of Calculus 1 professors whose instruction was most strongly boosted student performance on the Calculus 1 exam and who got sterling evaluations ratings. Another group of professors consistently added less to student performance on the exam, and students judged them more harshly in evaluations. But when economists looked at another longer-term measure of teacher value added, how those students did on subsequent math and engineering courses that required Calculus 1 as a prerequisite, the results were stunning. Calculus 1 teachers, who were the best at promoting student overachievement in their own class, somehow were not great for their students in the long run. Professors who excel at promoting contemporaneous, that's a big word, student achievement, on average harm subsequent performance of their students in more advanced classes. What looked like a head start had evaporated. So he always talks about the Head Start cult. So what looked like a head start had evaporated. And it goes on and on and on about this topic, and I just thought that was fascinating. Again, I don't know how to directly apply this to the sport of wrestling, but I think you can with learning. And so, what that talks about is a lot of these professors were helping their kids or giving them maybe easier grades than other ones were. They weren't challenging them enough. And obviously in those classes they got better ratings, but then when they looked at their subsequent classes after that, those students generally did not do as well or have as much success because maybe they weren't pushed the right way. Maybe they weren't challenged to do it as well as they could do it. And obviously I can't regurgitate this entire book for you. I would encourage you to read the book if you want to learn more, but there are a whole bunch of other passages in this book and parts of this book that talk about how it's almost people feel bad when they're teaching, and so if they ask a question to a bunch of students, the students can't get them. Instead of giving the students time to struggle and think about what's going on, they just, they give them hints, or they help them, and then that kind of makes everyone feel good. But it's not the most effective way to teach stuff. So I thought this passage was super interesting. I think it's helpful for me to think about how I'm going to coach people in the future. And that is all I have for you. I really recommend you pick up the book. It's called Range by David Epstein. He had another great book called Sports Gene. So just totally fantastic book and great piece. So I don't know what. Don't give kids easy answers. Make them struggle a little bit. I think that helps. That's all I got for you. Peace.